Hey YouTube, this is BatPod update number 9, and we have finished a somewhat significant part. We have gotten the swing arm mount, or front fork. It's only half a fork, but yeah, this has been completed. We got this all welded up. On this piece there is over 8 feet of welding just on this box. So it's a very strong box, welded all over the place, all around there and there and there, all over the place. So we started with the box, and we used a hole saw, which is this, mounted it to my drill press right up here, and I made the 5-inch hole for this to go through, and then I took a 3-inch one of these and I did the same thing to make a hole for that to go through, and then we welded it up, and then we mounted it to here. This changed a little bit. It was a little too high and a little too close to the frame, so what it is, I cut it off down here, and I modified this frame piece right here just a little bit to get it how I wanted it, to shape it out a little bit, and then I welded it back on. I like where it is. It's a little more forward and it's a little farther down. It just looked like that's where it should be from some of the pics I looked at. So this is also where the suspension acts from. So it has to rotate. So as you can see, it rotates right along here. There's a pivot in here, and I'm going to show you kind of how that works. If you look inside of here, there's this metal disc with a bearing mounted to it. And there's also one right here and right here. And then I drilled holes in the outside of that aluminum disc, tapped threads into it with one of these. So I put threads into those holes, and then I just put my bolts from the tube into the aluminum disc so that they didn't move around. And then I put this rod through it for it to spin on, and put these lock collars on it so it wouldn't slide and that it doesn't separate and stuff. So this one is one of the end pieces. This is one of the end discs, so it doesn't have a hole that goes through the center. The one right here, the disc there and there, have holes that go through the center because the rod goes all the way through all 4 discs. So this is what they look like, and you can see they've mounted drill hole there, there, and there, and then there's threads in there. You see, so I can mount it. So all I do is, I've already lined it all up, and I just put this in there, and it slides in, and I just line it up with my holes right there, and then I have my bolts, and these bolts just screw in on the bottom, the front, and behind. And then I can remove these. These won't be there on the final product. They're just there to help me mount it, and then I can just pull these out. That one's going to be a doozy. Alright, but yeah, so we've got our 4 aluminum discs with the rod going through all of them, and it really doesn't wobble that much. I'm really surprised at the strength of the connection. It doesn't move at all, which is really great. So it actually may end up being roadworthy after all. I'm sure Wendy doesn't like that. Yeah, it's pretty simple. This is one of the major components. The next big thing is we're getting the tires mounted. The tires are here, I just haven't made a video of them yet. They're really big. They're over 2.5 feet tall, so they're quite large, and over 1.5 feet wide. But one of them will go right here in this area, and the other one will go right in here. This 3-inch tube will connect to that front wheel. It's about this high. And this frame is about, because it's only being supported by the jack, obviously, it's going to be about 8 inches higher than it is right now. So it'll be about this tall. That's it, I think. Yeah. I'll make another video when my wheel adapter comes in, because I obviously am not using a car hub. I am just using this 1-inch steel axle to mounts everything and run all my shafts. And so I got a used go-kart wheel hub, which will slide onto here, and I can weld that on. And then I got a company in Arizona to get me or make me a custom adapter to go from a go-kart hub to a car hub, or a go-kart hub to a car hub, so I can mount those really big tires as if I were mounting them to a go-kart or a golf cart, either one. And then that'll be mounted right here, and then we'll have our side piece to go from here over to the side and connect on that side. Because even though it should be strong enough, just being supported on one side, we're going to support it on the other side, you know, just in case, because that's also how it is in the movie, and we got to make it as realistic as possible. So I will do that, and then I will make another video. This is part 9, so it'll be part 10. That is coming on Friday according to the tracking number, and then we'll show you that.